In this video, we'll talk about what we think and what the market thinks about the future of BTT while looking at the torrent price estimate for 2021 and before. If it's not too much trouble. Especially remember that you should buy in bulk and think about this in any other expectation while taking other things into account since it's hard to predict anything, let alone the future of a new, highly unpredictable currency like BTT. We should take a low-key approach before getting too deep. Rise or drop, let's quickly look at what Bittorrent is and how big it has been up to this point. It's been a while since we've seen a token do as well on the market as BTT did. Justin Sun's promotion and the fact that Bittorrent and Binance supported the project led to things like Helico selling out in 15 minutes and making $7.2 million. Most people think of the BTT token as a regular TRC10 token, and that's what it is. The Trump-based standard lets BitTorrent users offer their services in return for tokens. This standard is lower than the TRC20, which has built-in smart contract capabilities. In a simple way, the token has a total limit of 990 billion units, which will be split into smaller amounts for more liquidity. The main goal of BTT is to get people who go to the Bittorrent meeting to offer general record keeping and hosting services to the foundation in exchange for the token. BTT is one of the projects with a high speculative value, which means it gets a lot of attention quickly and brings less experienced people into the crypto space. As a result, BTT tokens are definitely trending in the market, despite what most people think. However, when a bear market hits, these projects are usually the first to see money move into safer, better, and more stable projects and coins. BTT also had confusing price changes where it beat Bitcoin and was one of the biggest gainers. Target, which is very big. This just shows that the market is still wasting time getting rid of useless fake and marketing activities, copycats, and people looking for easy money, which is very big. BTT pretty much looks at every case of a really bad business venture with a bumbling team, a weak plan, and poor mechanical execution. This is usually caused by scammers and spammers taking advantage of newcomers and putting their direction into trades and media. The fact that BTT could bring in so many good merchants is just a new development. It's important to remember that this doesn't mean that this or a similar project won't have a short siphon or even a few of these times. In fact, they thought the opposite. Dentures are a good place for whales to control because they are seen to have value. This gives investors hope that their dream project is finally going to the moon. A price rise is probably just another siphon and dump that will make rich whales a lot of money and leave you with coins that are worth even less than before. This means that more than 95% of successful ICOs and digital currency projects will fail and their backers will lose their money. TT is one of the 5% of things that are very risky in every way. BTT really token creators think that monetary prizes will get more people to watch the torrents they download. However, the entire venture postulation for BTT is not condensed, which is important because most people who download torrents do so through freely available torrents. These people don't have to think much about their torrent download rates, so they don't have much reason to watch more torrents. Venture doesn't seem to care about BTT at all. Torrenting sites barely talk about it. And most experienced users will say they love the protocol but hate the company behind it. Most of the attention seems to come from the digital currency world, which means that BTT doesn't have a lot of solid ground to stand on. Tokens are a big part of the digital currency scene and are seen as forces to be reckoned with. Torrent will never make $10. Our prediction model doesn't see any way for BitTorrent to hit 10 cents in a meaningful way in the really shorter midterm timeframe. Our prediction model doesn't see any chance for BitTorrent to reach $1 in the short to medium term, which is a huge amount of money. Could BitTorrent ever reach $10? Our model doesn't see any way for BitTorrent to reach 10 in the really short to midterm timeframe, which is very important. Could BitTorrent ever hit 100? Our prediction model doesn't see any way for BitTorrent to hit 100 in a really short midterm timeframe. Sees BitTorrent price crashing and dropping to near zero in the far future in a significant way. Is Bitter worth buying? Most of the time, we don't see a great future for BitTorrent, but it is worth buying as a temporary theory with a good leaf system that goes against what most people think. BitTorrent in particular is not a good long-term investment. This is a very good guess. BitTorrent is not a good investment. And we'd like to know why other crypto projects that are close to it are so competitive. Innovation and growth don't have a real local area because it doesn't include inspectors and people who want to get ahead, and the group behind the venture is likely to be dramatic or odd. A crypto expert who has been watching closely thinks that Bitcoin BTC is ready for a parabolic rise after Bitcoin BTC successfully retested $25,000 as support. A fake expert named Credible Crypto told his 341,900 Twitter followers that a bull market is likely starting. The trader thinks that Bitcoin is about to make huge moves in the high time frame because he thinks that bullish momentum will grow a lot in the coming months. Reliable Crypto uses Bitcoin's bull market in 2020 as an example. During that time, Bitcoin had 6 months of huge gains. Like when our last investment went from $10,000 to $60,000. The monthly candles after our major monthly retest at $10,000, which is the same as the one we just got at $25,000 or bigger than any of the ones before, kept getting bigger until our peak. The first one went up $3,600. The next one went up almost $7,000, and the one after that went up a huge $12,000. The one after that went up $15,000, and the one before our peak was a huge $25,000, so we can assume that as the months go by, the lights will only get bigger. Credible Crypto believes that Bitcoin will hit a new all-time high ADH as soon as October. They think that Bitcoin is already in a bullish trend, which means that once growth starts, which it looks like it has, we should easily see monthly moves of more than $10,000. At the moment, the price of Bitcoin is $30,196, which is a drop of nearly 0.5% from Monday. After a time when the market was excited about the possibility of Bitcoin exchange-traded funds, ETFs, the market's mood has changed, which has caused Bitcoin's price to go down. Investors and traders are now keeping a close eye on how the Bitcoin market is changing and adjusting their plans to match. In this Bitcoin price prediction, we will look at the things that affect Bitcoin's price and make a guess about where it will go in the future. Bitcoin's price goes down as the number of ETF applications rises and JP Morgan looks at the market. During Monday's early Asian trade session, Bitcoin's price went down,